So after the solo, you just go back to the riffs from the verses. After these riffs, when Sammy stops singing, you play again the melody, which is kind of like the bridge between the chorus and the verses. And after that, when the song kind of stops, you just play the bottom 3 strings open. Or you can also add the 2nd fret of your 3rd string and the 3rd fret of your 2nd string and play it like this. Play all the strings. Okay, and now we get to the faster riff, which is maybe intimidates some guitar players because it's really fast, and I gotta say it's tough as hell. So here it is slowly. So what's going on here is we play the bottom E string really fast, and the frets we're using are 13, 12 and 10, and we go back like this. Open, 12, 13, 12. Again, open string, and then we have this cool little with a pinch harmonic. It's pretty hard to do. So you do a hammer on and pull off on the 4th and the 5th frets of your 4th string. And then you go down on the 6th, 5th and the 3rd frets of 1 string lower. You play 6th, 5th, 3rd, and then back to 6th and 5th. You can add the pinch harmonic in there, it gets pretty badass. Yeah. After that you go back to the initial 13, 12 and 10 frets of the bottom E string. And then you finish off this riff like this. It's just kind of hard to play like real fast because every note has to be picked twice. That's what makes it hard in this case. So you play the 3rd fret of your lower E string, open A, 1st fret of the A, then you bar the 1st frets of your bottom 2 strings, and then open lower E and 1st fret of the lower E. Yeah. Yeah. After that, there's again a guitar harmonic. And the notes I've kind of worked out by trying to pick up something by ear are these. So you do a slide to the 12th fret of your 4th string and you bar the 10th fret of the 2nd and the 3rd string, the B and the G. And you just play them starting from your 4th string, and then going up to the B, down to the G, back to the 4th string. After that you play the 12th fret of your G, back to the 9th fret, 10th fret of the 4th string to the 12th. Then you move on with a slide to the 12th fret of the G. After that you play the 12th fret of your higher E. You play it twice with a pause between them. And then you play 12 on the high E, 13 of the B, solo of the G. So like this. Pause. And then you go back to the beginning again. And then you do again this slide, he slides. And then you go up to the 15th fret into the 17th of your high E. After that, it goes back to the fast riff again. After that, we move on to the badass solos by Artu and Sami. And I can show you Sami's solo slowly, but if I try to teach you that by telling you all the frets, it's gonna be a hell of a long video. So just observe how I play this slowly. And by the way, while Artu plays his solo, you play the first riff of the song. Okay, now moving on to Sami's solo, you do a slide to the 12th fret of your 4th string. Please do keep in mind that the second half of this solo is a bit improvised by me, because it's pretty hard to play it with all the notes that Sami plays, so I've picked out a couple of notes and I play it similarly, but not exactly the way Sami plays it. So the important parts of the solo are mainly there's a sweep. You basically slide from the 10th to the 12th fret on the 4th string, and you bar the 10th frets of the higher 3 strings. And then you put your finger on the 12th fret of the E and slide to the 17th. Using your pinky, you go down to the 13th. And then the sweep continues by barring the 10th fret on 3 strings, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. And then you play the 17th back to the 13th. Then the other parts are not so difficult. The 2 tappings, they happen on the, what is this, the 22nd fret and the 10th fret of the B string. Then you do the slide to the 17th fret on your higher E string, and you just tap a fret higher. But with sliding, you're basically playing the note and then doing the hammer-on and pull-off, which is, it's supposed to sound like a hammer-on and a pull-off, so you gotta do this slide. Yeah. And then we have this simple rundown, which I kind of came up with just so I don't have to learn the whole solo because I'm too lazy. Simple as that. And after that we go back to the harmonies, which are a bit different than the previous one, and Sami plays his part of the harmony like this. And then we have this bridge between the chorus and the outro of the song, where you just bar the lower 3 strings and you play 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and open. And then you go back to the chorus melody. And after that, you go back to the main riff from the beginning of the song, but you're using these octave power chords, which we had in the previous riff of the song. And in the second repetition of that riff, you're gonna play on this position, 7th and 9th fret. Keep in mind you gotta mute the string in between your A and your G. So the second repetition goes with these octave power chords. So the riff in the outro of the song goes like this. Then there's a slight change. You play like this. Play open, 1st fret open, pick twice, play this inverted shape from most of the riffs, and then back to 2nd, 1st, barring the lower 3 strings. And And yeah, that's pretty much the song. Have fun and keep rocking.